Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
A Fargo woman is thanking our whistleblower hotline tonight after she says she was finally refunded for car repairs stemming from suspected bad gas at a Moorhead gas station. She got gas at the Holiday Station just off Interstate 94 along 30th Avenue. The same day the station stopped selling regular unleaded because of water in the tank.
Their problem became her problem until the happy ending. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer updates the story.
It was a busy day for Cassandra Ramos. She was picking up some last-minute things for her daughter's graduation party. And after all that running, she needed a tank of gas. So she went to the Holiday gas station in Moorhead just off the interstate. It's one she rarely goes to, and she says it's a mistake she quickly regretted.
Didn't even make it half a block and my car basically started shutting down.
Her dashboard lit up like a Christmas tree, all kinds of warning lights popping up. And then the car just plain quit.
I said, it's the gas. That's the first thing that popped in my head is, it's got to be the gas. And as I was waiting in line, I overheard the gal at the register ask the one on the phone, what did they say? And the gal on the phone said, they want us to shut off our pumps.
But she figured it wasn't a big deal, since she says no one said anything to her when she paid. And now, $300 later and almost 3 weeks later, Ramos was upset. So we did some investigating. We called the station in Moorhead, but were sent over to their corporate office. We didn't hear back, but Ramos did. She tells us the money was deposited into her bank account today, just in time for her oldest daughter's birthday. In the FM area, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
The original cause for the issue at the station, as we mentioned, was water getting into one of the tanks. If you have an issue within your community, here's some advice. Call our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.
With the rising temperatures often comes a rising crime rate. Compared to the winter months of January and February, Fargo saw an increase of over 500 reported incidents in the month of May. Moorhead has also seen an increase of nearly 500 incidents, reporting 1,100 crimes in January alone. Crime reports show that the majority of incidents in the last month have been break-ins and theft from vehicles. So as you gear up for summer vacations and fun, officials advise you to be vigilant. Keep your doors locked and never leave valuables in your car.
A task force focusing on proposed changes to school boundaries in Fargo met for the final time tonight. It's an issue that continues to attract concerned parents each and every meeting, including tonight.
Valley News Team's Katie Opperly joins us in studio with what the group plans to recommend to the school board. Katie?
Mike, Andrea, tonight 11 different boundary change options were considered and voted upon for both the middle school and high school level. The task force was asked to vote on which of these scenarios should be recommended to the Fargo School Board. There was no positive consensus on any of the options discussed. However, there were 2 of the 11 options where the task force has the majority vote of yes, that it should be presented to the board as a viable option for the boundary change. Those options were listed as scenario 9 and 9.17. You can see those options on your screen now compared to the current boundaries. In general, these options would move a large section of the students who currently attend Davies and Discovery into Carl Ben Middle School and South High School, moving them into schools farther north. This area is south of 32nd Avenue and west of I-29. One parent with a child at Carl Ben says it's telling that the task force could not come to a complete consensus.
It's really an emotional decision, but logically thinking something needs to be done. But I know a lot of the friends that my son has in the neighborhood, and speaking to the parents, that we would really like to stay in the Carl Ben and South High district.
The board will be presented with all of the results from today's vote, and a decision will be made from there. Andrea?
All right, Katie, thank you. Fargo Public Schools tell us they will be posting the scenarios online. For more on this story, you can visit our website, valleynewslive.com.
North Dakota's health department has been looking into how technology can make medical marijuana easier to access. The department worked with a dispensary in Grand Forks on a medical marijuana card electronic system that's accessible through a mobile device. The card on a mobile device displays a picture, and with the tap of the screen, the back is visible.
If they happen to forget their card and happen to be driving and transporting their marijuana products and were to get pulled over by law enforcement for speeding or another traffic violation, and law enforcement would like to validate that they are an actual card holder and that their card status is active in the program.
Walz says they've added information about active patient cards, which as of today is about 500. That number will be updated as the program continues to print cards.
We have an update on a roadway project that should make your morning commute easier. 63rd Street South in Fargo is now open to the public. Traffic control and detour signage will be removed, including the four-way stop at the southwest entrance of Deer Creek Parkway and County Road 17. The city says the project work needed to be finished in 2019 to connect the new pump station ahead of the new Deer Creek Elementary schools. That will open in August.
Since we first told you about untamed lawns in Fargo, the city tells us it has received more than 200 reports of lawns exceeding city code of 8 inches. But we've also been hearing from viewers contacting our whistleblower hotline about city and park property having some overgrown lawn issues. One is Dyke West Park, where we found the flatlands of the park nicely mowed, but the hills as tall as 27 inches. The Fargo Park District tells us with the wet season that we've been having, it's been too dangerous to try and mow the uneven areas.
Our equipment is designed to typically mow on a flat surface, and as you can see behind me, this is an extreme slope, and so that angle does provide some unique challenges to us all the time, and when we have slippery conditions, it can be downright dangerous.
Vettel adds that with the severe flooding this year, many of its resources went to the cleanup effort. Once the grounds dry up, it'll be taken care of.
Graduation speeches can be inspiring and even funny, but few are remembered long after the graduation ceremony. But every once in a while, there is a speech like the one given by a Bismarck High graduate.
Her speech has gone viral, and as Jody Kurzman explains, for good reason.
On this special day in our lives, graduation speeches are a tradition. But when words fail, music speaks.
Sydney Helgeson's graduation speech spoke volumes.
Tell me something, class.
She sang her speech.
Are you happy that today's the last? Or do you need more?
Her very own version of Lady Gaga's Shallow.
Go out that door. I'm going.
The song is full of memories. From the marble staircases.
Remember falling up and down all those marble stairs.
That's one of the jokes that we always say about Bismarck High. With the tradition comes all the marble stairs, and you know, the stairs never get easier, and it was definitely something that I had to include in my speech.
Did you feel like winning state was a dream?
To winning the state football championship.
Felt like we'd never beat Century before.
I think our class has always been really close as a class, and so that was a cool moment that the whole class was there to support our football team and just all show our Demon pride.
For Sydney, it was the best way she could think of to honor her classmates.
There's a lot of potential in this class, and I'm excited to see what everyone accomplishes.
The YouTube video of her speech has nearly 10,000 views.
It's overwhelming, all the positive feedback that I've gotten back. All kinds of people that I didn't know. I think a lot of people, you know, that went to BHS are really proud of the Bismarck High tradition.
A tradition that Sydney says she's proud to be a part of.
Once a demon, always a demon, will bleed maroon and white.
In Bismarck, I'm Jody Kurzman reporting.
Sydney plans to attend the University of Alabama in the fall, where she will major in business and minor in music. If you'd like to listen to her entire speech or song, visit our website, valleynewslive.com.
Nothing says summer like packing up the car and heading to the lake, but it's not looking so hopeful for people who attend one park in the area. Buffalo River State Park in Glendon, Minnesota is having some problems staffing lifeguards at their swimming pond. They say the water will not open to the public until they hire enough lifeguards, which could be anywhere from the middle to the latter part of June. We called other local park districts in the area, Fargo, West Fargo, and Moorhead. They say they are fully staffed for the summer, but will not turn down applications. If you're interested in working at the Buffalo River State Park, visit our website, valleynewslive.com.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
Well, it's been an active afternoon and evening as some photos of some of the activity across the region this evening, lighting up the skies in Lakes Country. Rachel sending in this from the Little Cormorant Lakes area. Some lightning forking through the clouds. And here are mammatus clouds. Kara capturing this near Cragness. Ominous skies when you see those. We did have some reports of hail, but also the Devil's Lake Basin missing most of the stout thunderstorm activity this evening, making for a breezy but beautiful setting sun. Gary, thank you for taking the time to upload your photo. It was sizzling hot today in eastern North Dakota, near 90 for many, mid-90s in Grand Forks. Yeah, it's missing a record by just a little bit. 84 in the Bemidji area, 79 in Wadena for a high temperature today. And here is a look at that radar. Still a lot of lightning taking place, but we have not had warnings now for some time. The intensity of these storms winding down a little bit, but still quite a bit of lightning. These extend from just south of Bemidji through Hubbard County, Wadena County, Becker and Otter Tail County still seeing some activity while it's quiet here in the Red River Valley. Detroit Lakes, you have sprinkles moving through, moving along the Highway 10 corridor through the Perham area and heading towards New York Mills is one of our most stout or robust storms, capable of some smallish hail at best. And these are drifting to the south and east at about 20 miles per hour. Thunder showers making their way through Wadena as well as southern Hubbard County at this hour. In Otter Tail County and the Battle Lake area, showers are exiting and diminishing in intensity as we head into the beyond sunset hours. Walker, Minnesota seeing some storms, and what a night in Bemidji with reports of some significant hail greater than ping pong and golf ball size, and even some reports of tennis ball size hail with numerous trees snapped off in an area. Here's a look at some of the hail potential. And notice this, as I've looped it, we're seeing the brighter colors go away as the hail potential is diminishing. So our risk of severe, pretty small now as we head into the late night hours. And taking a look at the big picture, southern Minnesota still seeing thunderstorm activity, but a cool air mass diving in from Canada will change things up for tomorrow. Temperatures already slipping into the 60s in Devil's Lake, 70 in Alexandria. Look at Duluth, 55 degrees there, 69 in Minneapolis, who saw some tornadic activity and damage of their own throughout the day today. Here is a look at the current conditions at Hector, 76 degrees, wind out of the north is at 16 miles per hour, dew points slipping back into the upper 50s. It is 73 in Moorhead. Here is a look at your hour-by-hour forecast, and at this, the 10 o'clock hour, a few showers and storms mainly in Lakes Country. As we set this into motion, look to be on their way out of our viewing area completely by around 11 o'clock. Then quiet the rest of the overnight, but still breezy and a north wind, ushering in drier and cooler air to start the day. Mid-50s for many of us as we head out the door on our Wednesday morning. Sunshine for your midday hour and temperatures warming into the near 70-degree range for most and even into the mid-70s out to the west. Afternoon conditions look delightful. The sunshine continues for the vast majority of us. We'll have a chance at seeing 70s and 80s and isolated showers and thunder showers in the Devil's Lake Basin tomorrow night, but as we head toward the late evening hours, these seem to diminish. So we'll leave a sliver of a chance of a few showers out there for tomorrow, but we start in the mid-50s, warm up to the mid-80s as opposed to the 90s that we saw today. Wind north at 5 to 15 miles per hour. All in all, a delightful summer-like day from the valley out to the west. And out to the east, I expect temperatures a little bit cooler in the 70s. Here is a roll cloud leading a thunderstorm in the Alexandria area. Sierra, thanks for sharing that photo. After a better than good Wednesday. Thursday, a few spotty showers, mainly early. We're still warm all the way into Saturday. Saturday night, big changes. 60s for Sunday.
We get a break tomorrow, though. That's good.
Indeed.
Thanks.
Up next on Valley News Live, 10 at 10, fatal falls among adults are on the rise. How the number of deaths has spiked through the years.